We're back with Rhonda, our pastry chef of the restaurants, and today we are going to do German apple strudel. So we need to plump the raisins.
First we're going to steep the raisins in something delicious, and I do have some Calvados here.
Calvados is an apple brandy. Let me smell. Yeah.
And we're going to steep that very, very low heat and check it often. We have some wonderful Granny Smith apples. We're going to cook those with some Golden Delicious apples. Our raisins here are becoming nice and plump and absorbing that nice liqueur.
All right, we're gonna cook these apples in butter.
Yes, nice Madagascar vanilla bean. And inside is what we want. I'm gonna take the back part of the knife where it's nice and dull and come along and scrape the inside. These pods.
Or the front part of the knife, depending on whose it is.
These pods are where the flavor is. It's actually what you want. A little bit of butter. And I'm actually going to put my vanilla in with this. That vanilla is going to flavor that butter very nicely.
All right, so we're gonna melt that and check on our apples while we're over here. Yeah, I think that's about there, huh?
That actually looks really good.
It tastes a lot better now.
It tastes good.
All right, so that's it on that. They're soft, but they still have a little bit of texture to them.
My butter is melted. I'm going to toss in the breadcrumbs and toast them.
And you're browning that, right? Get a little
just
brown
a tiny
butter
bit, yeah. It's going to help give body to our strudel.
That looks fantastic.
You can kind of smell that nutty flavor along with the vanilla. That is the butter browning. And I'm doing this on a relatively high heat. However, I am standing here and making sure that we don't burn or get too dark. And I'm going to go right into a bowl with this so it no longer continues to cook.
Me fighting with this parchment paper? No, we don't need to talk about that. Like Donald Duck in the cartoon.
The apples are now cooled, which is important. You do want to allow them to cool a bit.
So they won't keep cooking in the bowl.
Exactly, and they won't make everything else goopy. A little bit of lemon juice because it'll actually wake up the flavor. And we will mix that up. A bit of sugar, a bit of salt, and a bit of cinnamon. And you can actually do this to taste. You don't necessarily have to measure this.
Really?
Really?
Okay. So this is sugar, right?
Sugar.
Not that much?
It sounds good. A little bit of salt and a little bit of ground cinnamon.
Now this I take seriously. We are chopping the walnuts. Save some?
Yes, for a garnish on the outside. Toasted breadcrumbs and plump drunken raisins. And this is our mixture.
You want to put parchment paper down?
And don't be too alarmed.
If they're cut, because we're doing layers, right?
Exactly. Okay. Some melted butter. I have a feeling I'm going to be faster than the chef here.
Oh, man.
So liberally with the cinnamon sugar, and this is sheet number 2. Now the Phyllo sheets are easiest to handle right out of the refrigerator like this when they're cold, but not dry and brittle.
5 layers.
And this is number 5. So place our filling here.
To even it out, right?
Yes.
Now, at what point should we tuck this in?
I think maybe we should perhaps roll one more and then tuck in the ends.
Like so. So flaky. So you just pick it up right from the middle?
No,
okay.
Please don't. Cut slits into it as well so it doesn't explode inside.
Don't want that.
Yeah, all the way through. There we go. Then we're going to do a bit of cinnamon sugar again. And the walnuts.
And we're going to cook this at 350, I'm guessing?
For a good 20 minutes, even 30, depending on your oven.
So let it rest, and then that way all the juices will recongeal back up in there. That looks great.
Nice and flaky. Lots of apple flavor. It's very nice.
Great.